my channel, Sandy Toe Tarot. It is a pleasure to be with you guys today and to read for you today. I'm actually mixing it up a little bit. This is a weekly reading. However, all of my weekly readings now, they used to be, you know, based on the week that was. But I have started making them timeless because I realize not all my subscribers can actually watch my videos in real time. So if I make them timeless, that way it is the week coming up for whenever you click on this video, which is kind of fun too. I like it that way too. So this is the week of April 18th through the 24th. If you're watching this in real time, happy spring. We're moving into Taurus season this week. And Taurus is one of those earth signs. And as you guys know, I talk about the signs a lot here on the channel because I just find them very interesting. But earth signs are really grounded and practical. And so the Taurus themselves are kind of, that sign's ruled by Venus. So they're a little bit different for an earth sign. They're very into beauty and they're very beautiful. Like the Taurus ladies are very beautiful. The Taurus men are good looking. But they enjoy the finer things in life. So when you think grounded, earthly, material things, food, clothing, shelter, they're going to be the ones that are, you know, on the 1,000 count Egyptian cotton sheets, and they're going to go out to the fancy dinners, and they're going to have the best jewelry. That's the Tauruses. I love that about them. If you ever need to find anything at the store, you take a Taurus with you because they know where it's all at. They know where all the goods are. Okay, so I am doing something a little bit different this week. I have 5 piles to choose from. I actually don't have any cards down here. So I have 5 numbers to choose from. They do have 5 crystals on them, but they do not have any cards on them because I'm going to pull the cards as I do the reading this time. I'm doing it a little bit differently. I'm timing myself 10 minutes so for each pile so I can get more messages out, more different messages out, I guess is what you would say, as opposed to longer messages and more detailed messages. So that's just something I'm trying for this week. You got to mix it up every once in a while. I get bored too. So yeah, okay. Nothing else to say really, except if you do like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Especially if you like this video because it is a little bit different from what I usually do, so that way I know you like this style. If you have not subscribed, please do so and hit that bell so you'll be notified when I upload new videos. And if you can think of anybody that might be interested in my videos, please share it with them. So I'm anxious to get started. I'm excited about doing this reading. It's been about a week since I've done one and I enjoy doing them. So that's why I'm here. Okay, I'm going to put the camera down so you can see which 5 stones you have to choose from, and we'll go from there. Welcome back, my friends. So these are going to be your options for this week's Pick a Card. The question is, or the reading is about, what you need to know right now. I'm just leaving it that open. So whatever messages want to come through, that's what we're going to read. I am doing these, I'm going to try to keep these down to 10 minutes. Which is, I don't usually time myself on readings, but I want to get more messages out this week, different messages, and quickly rather than going into serious detail on them. It's just something new I'm trying. We'll see how it goes. Again, if you do like this style, go ahead and give the video a thumbs up so I know that you guys are into this particular style of reading. So you do have 5 choices here. I have no cards underneath here. It's just the number, and then there are stones on each pile. On pile 1, an Aqua or a Quartz. On pile 2, an Aquamarine. On pile 3, a Bloodstone. On pile 4, the Amazonite. And on pile 5, a Arrowhead, an Obsidian Arrowhead. I am going to read the meanings this time because I did choose them at random. I had my eyes closed and this is what came out. Notice all the blue. There is a lot of blue in this reading, and then black. So now I do know all the black stones absorb negativity, so I do know that. But As I go through the readings, I will be reading the meanings for the quartz crystals too, because I feel like since I chose them at random, there might be an extra message in there for you guys. Okay, make your decision. I'll put the timestamps in the description box below, and you can go directly to your reading. If you've never done a pick a card before, my best advice is to just kind of take a few deep breaths and be very intuitive about it. You cannot choose wrong. Whatever you choose or however you choose is the right way for you. Some people choose just based on the number. They happen to like one of these numbers. Some people choose based on the actual stone that's on the cards. Some people choose based on synchronicities that they find in the timestamps in the description box. Some people, again, just close their eyes, and then when they open their eyes, whichever one they're drawn to, that's the one for them. Again, don't overthink it. Make your decision. If you go to that pile and you get into that reading and you're like, this is not me at all, there's no way that's my message, that's fine. Click off of it. Go to another reading in this particular video, or go to one of my other videos, or there are so many great YouTube readers out, tarot readers out there on YouTube. You can go to any one of those readings, whichever one is speaking to you. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get started on this week's reading with the message, what you need to know right now. Welcome back, my friends. If you chose pile 1, these are going to be your messages for this week's pick a card. Pile 1 did have the Aqua Quartz on it. It's very pretty. So the Aqua Quartz releases negative energy, promotes wealth, and encourages angel communication. In case you want to grab one of those stones and put it in your pocket. Again, this is going to be a little different because I'm timing myself, which is odd. I never do that. Hold on, let me set the timer actually. So when that timer goes off, we will wrap this up just wherever we're at. Okay, so we're going to start with the Angels and Ancestors Oracle cards to see who's talking to us this week, who has messages for us. We all have a spiritual team, and that's made up of, you know, of course, God, Divine Spirit, Divine Pure Light, White Light, Source, whatever you want to call it. And then you have your angels. You have ancestors that are maybe so old back in your ancestry you don't even know about them, way back. You do have archangels and angels and passed on loved ones that you have known in this lifetime that watch over you and guide you. So let's see who from your spiritual team is giving us messages today and what they want to say. Okay, so you got Snake, Shed Old Skin, and Fire Guardian, Ignite Your Passions. So this tells me some big changes are coming up for you in the next week. There's something that's ended in your life, and it looks like you're having a little bit of trouble letting it go. Actually, there's not something that's ended in your life. Your life has changed considerably, but you're kind of still in the old skin. So this is advising you to let it go, to let the transformation take place. It's already taken place on an inner world, but you're kind of keeping the outer shell around you because it's comfortable. That happens a lot, right? For whatever reason, you're keeping it around you a little bit. So this is saying, let the transformation happen. Shed that old skin, let it go. The Fire Guardian, Ignite Your Passions. This is, there is something very interesting out there waiting for you. Something that you're very passionate about, that you want to pursue. And it has something to do with this transformation. Maybe this passion that you have for something else has led you to change your life. Or maybe this passion is out here waiting for you to let go of this. Let's get a couple more cards here and see if we get further messages about this. This is from the Druid Craft Tarot. You got the Four of Cups. You got the Three of Wands. Let's just get one more on the Druid Craft and see if we can get some more messages about this, what's going on here. what you need to know right now. And the Four of Swords. Okay, so fours are stagnation. Okay, the fours. So you do have a couple of fours here. Fours are stagnation. Now this Four of Swords is really about taking care of yourself. It's taking time out for yourself. It's making sure you get enough rest. It's pampering yourself. It's going to the spa. It's giving yourself a pedicure or a manicure or a facial. It's whatever you do to relax, really. So this Four of Cups is actually a card of dissatisfaction, and I kind of feel like this goes along with this snake thing. You really have been very dissatisfied with your life, and there is passion out there for you again, but you're not feeling it right now. And I think that what needs to happen is I feel like you've transformed on an inner level, and that's why you're dissatisfied with the way your life is right now. It's already happened inwardly, but there are things around you. Your skin is the same. The places that you go to is the same. The people that you're around all the time, that's all the same. Nothing has changed there. Again, a little bit of stagnation. So this card is advising you to shed the old so that you can make way for this. And the Three of Wands is actually, it's going out into the world to pursue your passion. Maybe you need to do something to ignite your passion. This does say ignite your passion, and maybe why this is happening. Maybe in the next week that you need to do something to ignite your passion. So let's get a little bit of advice about what it is that you need to do. So the Two of Wands, of course, is prospecting. It's looking out on the world to see what it is that you want to do. The Three of Wands is actually taking up one of those rods and moving forward with it. Whatever that passion is, whatever you decide from your state of being dissatisfied and looking out on the world and seeing what it is you want, that passion is ignited this week and you take it up. But let's see what you need to do to ignite that passion. Again, full. You're really, really chomping at the bit. You want to get out there. You want a new adventure. You want something else. And it's out there for you, but for some reason, you're having trouble shedding the old. What else? What else can you tell pile ones? What else? What do they need to know? Again, the Hanged Man in a little bit of a state of suspended animation, caught between this old and this new. Nothing's moving forward, but the light is dawning. The light is dawning. What happens to bridge this? How do we bridge this here? How do we get from the old to this new adventure that you want so badly? What do we need to do? Okay, so you don't need to do anything. You got the Ace of Swords here. You got the Knight of Pentacles. Oh, and this is such a special card. I love this card. This is a extra card in the Smith-Coleman deck. I left it in. It's just art by Pamela Coleman Smith, who made these, who is the artist behind the tarot that most of us know, the Rider-Waite Tarot or the Universal Waite Tarot. She did all the drawings behind here. I got her anniversary Smith-Waite deck, and there were a couple of cards that spoke to me in there that's just her art, has nothing to do with tarot, and I left them in for extra messages. So you got one of those extra messages, which makes this very special. Okay, so you are in a state of suspended animation. This is saying take some time to take care of yourself. You know, maybe just taking care of yourself, going to the spa, getting a pedicure, literally shedding the old skin, right? And a manicure and taking care of yourself, that helps you shed that old skin so that you can move into this new adventure that is, and this is adventure, 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 travel maybe for some of you, but definitely a new venture or a new adventure for you guys. The Ace of Swords is a new beginning, and it's kind of a new beginning out of adversity. So I feel like you don't necessarily need to do anything. I feel like this is happening this week because you get some clarity from somewhere about what it is that you want to do, what you want your next adventure to be. You're also getting some help here, maybe some financial support to help you in your new adventure, or something is coming in to offer you something in the material realm, but it seems to support this, whatever this is. If you're wanting to start a new business and you need a loan from the bank, that's coming in for you. If it is really travel, but you don't necessarily have the money to travel, that is coming in for you. It's something in the material realm, food, clothing, shelter, that kind of thing. This last card down here is just about romance. So this tells me to pursue what you love. You're figuring out, the clarity comes in because you're figuring out what it is that you love, what it is that you're passionate about, and how you want to move forward and where you want to go. It just comes from a clarity. That maybe comes from taking care of yourself and taking a little bit of time out for you. All right, we're down to the last 10 seconds. So what I'm going to do is get from the Sacred Traveler some words of wisdom. What does pile 1 need to do? If anything, what action do they need to take? Oh, that popped out somehow. I don't know how this popped out because I had my head turned towards the timer. But we're going to take it because it popped out. You don't have to do anything. The Gates of Triumph, your life, success is expanding in your life. It's just happening. And I think it comes this week through a clarity of thought. The gates are opening wide. You're moving forward, and you're moving forward quickly. You're moving forward into this great adventure, into the unknown that ignites your passion. It's very exciting. Yeah, there's nothing else to say about that. Success is expanding in your life. You're coming out of the doldrums and you're moving into your passionate future. Very nice. Okay, so that's all I have for pile 1s. Until next time, I'm sending you lots of light and love. Namaste. Welcome back, my friends. If you chose pile 2 for your weekly reading, this is a pick a card weekly reading, and it's in the next week whenever you pick this pile, right? Whenever you click on this video. So it's not necessarily for the week that I am filming it. All right. On pile 2, we did have the Aquamarine. I'm reading the meanings of the stones today because I picked these at random with my eyes closed. I feel like there might be another message in there for you. So Aquamarine is a stone of enlightenment and spiritual awareness, and it helps you attune to your emotions, which is very cool. So this week, I am setting a timer for 10 minutes with my readings, and I'm going to try to get the messages out as quickly as possible. I chose to do five different readings this week, and I wanted to get more readings out and less detail. So that was the goal. It's just something new I'm trying. I like to mix it up every once in a while, so we'll see how this goes. If you do like this particular style, just go ahead and give it a thumbs up. That way I know it's speaking to you and it works for you. Okay, so let's see what messages we can get for pile 2. Let me start the timer and then we'll go. This week I am starting with the Angels and Ancestors Oracle cards just to see what messages we can get from Spirit. Okay, and who's speaking to us? Okay, we all have our own Spirit team. It, includes Source, God, the Divine, whatever you want to call it. It includes archangels and regular angels and ancestors that can go so far back in your heritage you don't even know about them. It can include passed on loved ones. So I'm just getting some information here about who it is that's providing these messages. And the topic for this week is what you need to know right now. So let's see who wants to give us some messages for pile 2. Who's talking to us here? All right, so you got Druid, hold the space. Heart, Guardian, love, and let yourself be loved. And I'll do one more. Moon, take note of intuitive messages. Okay, so the Druids, as you guys probably know, are from the British Isles. They were spiritual leaders, and they were, gosh, there were so many things. They were the history keepers for the British Isles. They were the spiritual leaders. They were like judges. Like when people had conflicts and things, they would go to the Druids. They were just the wise sages for the British Isles, and that includes what is now the UK, Scotland, Wales, and Ireland. And then you also have Heart, Guardian, let yourself be loved. Love and let yourself be loved. So holding the space to me that on this is sometimes, and particularly if you are maybe an elder in your family, sometimes you don't have to do anything. Just your being there provides light for those around you. Notice this light on this stick he's got right here. So you're being asked to hold the light this week for others, like maybe your family, maybe friends. You're being asked to be the wise one this week. Just come from a place of love. Love yourself first, and then share that love with others. But also pay attention to intuitive messages that you might be getting this week. It's not, to me, it's not a week of action for you guys. Let's see what else we can get from tarot. You're being asked to just be love, be in a place of love, and hold that light for the community that you're in. You got the Two of Swords here. The Two of Pentacles. I'm understanding why now. And the Five of Swords. Okay. You guys are being called to be the voice of reason, to be the voice of love. Two things. There is some conflict that's going on around you. You notice the Five of Swords is particularly nasty conflict. You're not involved in it, but it's happening around you. The message of the card is that if you want to fight, you can fight, and you will win, but at what cost? At what cost? It would be so damaging to the community as a whole that it's not worth the fight, basically. So there's an impasse here. You got two twos. Twos are always decisions. This particular two is balancing some things. You're trying to keep the balance in this, what looks like to me, some kind of argument that's happening around you. This Two of Swords is being in an impasse and not being able to make a decision. Okay, so that tells me for these two groups or these two factions that are fighting, they both have some points. They both have a point and some good points. And so it's going to be difficult for the decision to be made. The group as a whole, and I don't know if it's family, I don't know if it's work, I don't know what it is at an impasse because there is some right on both sides. You're being asked this week to take the middle ground, to try to actually even balance these two opposing forces, or balance these two ideas or these two options, I guess, and do that by holding the light of love. And listen to your intuition. Some messages are coming through to you that might help with this situation, might help make some decisions here. But yeah, you're the voice of reason here. Let's see what else. What other messages we have for pile two? What else for pile two? Again, you got the Two of Pentacles. So yeah, you're trying to keep the equilibrium in this situation. You're trying to balance this out. This Hanged Man is very similar to this Two of Swords, just at an impasse. Things are standing still, not being able to move forward, not being able to make a decision. It's a tough decision to make because there's something that somebody does not want to look at here. The blindfolds are on, so they don't want to look at something. And obviously the message of the card is you can't hold out forever. You're going to have to take the blindfolds off and look at the situation. Maybe that's where this Hanged Man is coming in and saying you could look at things from a different perspective. And maybe that's where you help these people look at things from the other person's perspective, because it feels like that both of them have good points. You're being asked to be the peacemaker. You're being asked to hold the space of love and cooperation. And you're being asked to help these people see each other's perspectives because they do both have good points. I'm not sure where this goes. So the Four of Pentacles is a card of having plenty financially. It's a card of, it can be financial gain, and it's definitely financial stability. Can also be a miserly card. It can be like, the warning of the card is don't hold on to your money too tight. Money has to be exchanged. It's an energy thing. But I do feel like it's some financial stability. So this could very well be a work situation where two of your bosses or two people in the office have different opinions about what to do to take the company in the right direction for financial stability. Could be a family situation where two people have different ideas of what direction to take to, again, reach financial stability for the whole. But the good news is the outcome, I think it's a fight over some kind of money, some kind of material thing, house, money, a car, something that brings financial stability. But the good news is that it is a good, glorious outcome. The winner is going to be the right winner, and it's because of you. The right side is winning, and maybe that right side is taking a little bit of this person's idea and a little bit of this person's idea and coming up with a win-win situation so everybody can win. But the good news is that it does happen, that you guys are winning, and there's going to be a good outcome, and it's going to be beneficial for everybody. But you're being asked to be the one that guides this process through the balance part of it. You're balancing it. You're bringing the light into the situation. Anything else? Got a few seconds. Anything else? Oh, good. Yeah. Very stable financially. Also the card of Gemini. You may be a Gemini or somebody involved in this situation. It's definitely having enough financially. It's being on top financially, and be a king, very luxurious, very abundant king here. So that's kind of being at the top of your pentacles. So that's what's happening. That's what you are helping this situation win. The outcome will be a victorious. The outcome will be a victory, and it'll be a financial victory, and it'll be, to me, it feels like a win-win for everybody. All right, just one final message from the Sacred Traveler. What does pile 2 need to do, if anything? What action do they need to take? Just one final message for pile 2. Infinite abundance. Abundance is pouring into your life. Yes, you are. the outcome of this is great abundance, and it's because they owe it a little bit to you, because you're being asked here to hold the light and help balance this situation, help them figure out the right way to go. You're the woman. You're the man. Oh, you're the man. Yeah. You're the one that helps them figure it out, and it becomes a completely abundant, beautiful situation for everybody concerned. And that's what I think that's what you're being asked to do, is find the win-win. All right, that's all I have for pile 2s. Until next time, I'm sending you lots of light and love. Namaste. Welcome back, my friends. If you chose pile 3 for your weekly reading, these are going to be your messages. Pile 3 does have a bloodstone. This is actually a mix. This stone has a lot of mix in it, but it does have bloodstone in it. So I'm reading the meanings of the crystals today because I chose these at random. I have my eyes closed, so I feel like there might be an extra message in there for you guys. So the bloodstone fills you with courage, self-esteem, and energy. It has great healing properties and can restore you to your natural state of joy and vitality. That is what the bloodstone means. So in case you want to get one of those, or that's speaking to you, maybe grab one and put it in your pocket this week or something. So as I said, these are weekly readings. However, it is for whenever you click on this reading. I'm doing this reading April 18th for 18th through the 24th, but I realize that not all of my subscribers can watch my readings every week. So I've made my weekly readings timeless, so that way whenever you click on it, it's the right time for you to watch this video, and it's what's coming up for you this week or in the next 7 days. So I am also timing this particular reading. I don't usually do that. I'm giving it 10 minutes because I wanted to do more piles today than I usually do. And at the end of 10 minutes, I will wrap it up with a Sacred Traveler Tarot or Oracle. All right, so if you do like this particular style, please give the video a thumbs up. That way I know, yep, this is good for you. I'm gonna go ahead and set the timer real quick, and then we will get started. So the reading is about what you need to know right now. So I'm getting some angels and ancestors oracles to tell us who's talking to us and who's sending us these messages right now. Everybody has a spirit team, and that includes, of course, Source, the divine, God, whatever you want to call it. It includes angels and archangels. It includes ancestors that go way back in your ancestry that you probably don't even know about. May not even know about. Not everybody knows their lineage all the way back. But it also includes passed on loved ones. You just have a whole spirit team around you. So these angels and ancestors might give us some clues about who it is that wants to send these messages to you this week. So let's just get a couple of angels and ancestors oracle cards to see start seeing what the messages are for the week. What you got for pile 3? Wait for important information. That's the Oracle of Delphi in ancient Greece. That's where that comes from. The arrows, surround yourself with protective energy. And just one more. Animal guardian, trust your instincts. Okay, this is very feminine wisdom that is coming into us this week for pile 3s. So you do know, I'm sure, that animals speak to us too. There are messages in all of nature from the divine, and animals in particular, for a lot of people, will bring us messages. So if you're seeing an animal over and over again this week, you do want to Google their meaning for that animal. If you don't necessarily have a book, there are books out there about animal spirits and what their meanings are and what the message is to us, but you can also Google it. There's a lot of information out there. But again, if you're seeing an animal over and over again, pay attention to what they're trying to tell you. So for some reason, you guys have got a situation going on this week that you need some messages on. and the information is coming to you. Just hang on. It doesn't sound like it's coming this week, because this is saying, this is your reading for the next 7 days. This is saying wait for important information. Very psychic card here. And this is a card of using your intuition, protecting yourself, trusting your instincts. Surround yourself with pure white light every morning when you get up. I do it every day. That just keeps all the negativity back to the people that are being negative toward you. It just pings it right back to them. So let's see what else we can see what's going on here. King of Cups, minor arcana for Cancer, an older gentleman that is very good at relationships. King of Pentacles, minor arcana for Gemini, an older gentleman that's good with the finances. Let's get one more. Five of Swords. Okay. What is this about? Okay, I'm gonna go one more on this, but I'm gonna shuffle them. Okay, so the King of Cups, as I said, is an older gentleman who's good at relating, good at relationships, good at the emotional things. The King of Pentacles is good at the money things, good at the banking things. And the Five of Swords is about conflict. It's kind of, can be a pretty nasty conflict. Let's see. Yeah, it can be pretty nasty conflict. Like, this is kind of the stuff that I think of corporate politics every time I see that Five of Swords. It's nasty. Like, people are walking over dead bodies to get to the top. That kind of thing. So there's something going on beneath the surface. There's definitely something going on. It may not be beneath the surface. It doesn't seem like it. Seems like you need to wait for some important information. Let's get one more Druid Craft Tarot on this. Three of Cups. The Three of Cups is a card of celebration. It's a card of gatherings. It's friends gathering together, or it's families gathering together to celebrate. Maybe parties, that kind of situation. I think there's some conflict about two men. Okay, this is going to be for some of you. It's not going to be everybody. I think there's some pretty nasty conflict around two different men. One is good at relationships, or Cancer. One is good with money or practical things, or Gemini. The Three of Cups sometimes is a card of pregnancy, and that's why I'm thinking there's somebody out there. I'm sorry, I hate to say, but this is just what I'm getting. Somebody out there is pregnant, and it's between these two guys, and they don't know which one it is. Wait for important information, like there's a DNA test happening or something. Yeah. Let's get some more messages. That's probably not gonna, of course that's not gonna be for everybody, but that's a definite message that's on the table here. For some of you, there might be internal conflict about a decision that you need to make, that either it's like something you love versus some material thing, or some money, some job, or something you love, that kind of thing. And a decision needs to be made, and you're in some serious conflict about it. Maybe you're personally having conflict about it, or you're having conflict with someone else about it, maybe the family. But the message here is that you need to wait for some important information. You don't have all the information you need right now. Got a King of Wands here. Entrepreneurial energy, Aries energy. You got the Hierophant, Taurus energy. This is wisdom. So maybe that's where this important information comes from. It comes from a spiritual leader or oracle. Again, spirit. We're talking psychics here, but the Hierophant is generally traditional orthodoxy, traditional religion, institutions, banks, places of business, corporations, colleges, hospitals, those kind of things. It's big institutions. But my first instinct was that you're getting some information. This information is coming from some kind of spiritual leader for you, whatever that is for you. This information that you need to wait for. The King of Wands, again, in addition to being Aries energy, is entrepreneurial energy. The fire signs are really passionate and enthusiastic. They're very interesting people. You got 3 kings on the table here. 3 kings. 3 kings. 3 kings of... Why am I singing that Christmas song? We 3 kings of Orient are... I don't know. Bearing gifts. The world. All right. So the world is a good card. It is a completion card. There is a cycle that is completing and a new cycle is beginning. And I think it's because of this situation that is going on with all of these kings here. So what happens this week is this, I think this important information comes in, or actually that's not what happens, because it says wait for important information. It comes from a spiritual leader. This week, trust your instincts and surround yourself with protective energy. The conflict that is going on is not going to be resolved this week. 3 kings. What's the 3 kings? But this cycle is completing and a new cycle is beginning. 21 is the final card in the tarot, in the major arcana tarot. And it just means that as one cycle ends, another cycle begins. This could be a conflict between 3 buddies, three men, 3 guys. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm getting that, but that's what it is. That's what's on the table. 3, you know, good buddies. There's some fighting going on. Why? I don't know. Okay, I am getting conflict between 3 guys, between three buddies that usually hang out together. So this is saying trust your instincts and protect yourself. So I do feel like that is a message for some of you. And this is not going to be resolved this week, but wait for important information. It's coming in. It ushers in a new cycle in your life. Okay, so our time is up. I'm going to have to, in this reading, this is a fascinating reading. It can go in so many different directions. I'm getting so many storylines here. But I have to end it because I was just going to do 10 minutes. It's not a personal reading, so take what resonates and then just let the rest of it go. All right, so final messages for pile 3 from the Sacred Traveler. What does pile 3 need to do, if anything? What action do they need to take? What does pile 3 need to do? What action do they need to take? First light, beginning a new cycle. Again, there's a new cycle that begins out of this. Don't know why. That's for you to decide. That's what you do. Put it in the comments below. What cycle begins from this ending, from this conflict? This for those of you who are pregnant and you're not sure who the father is, that's of course going to change. That's going to change your life. It's going to be a new cycle. But a new cycle is beginning, but you have to hold out for some important information. Protect yourself this week. Listen to the animal guides. Hold out for some important information. I don't think it's happening this week, but it is coming, and it comes from some kind of a spiritual leader, maybe next week. Okay, that's all I have for my pile threes. Until next time, I'm sending you lots of light and love. Namaste. Welcome back, my friends. If you chose pile 4 for your weekly reading, your weekly pick a card, these are going to be your messages. And pile 4 did have the Amazonite on it. I am reading the meanings of the stones this week because I did choose them at random. My eyes were closed, so I thought there might be an extra message in there for you guys. So the Amazonite enhances desire to attain spirituality, to bring success, and to attract luck and money. It soothes emotional trauma. It dispels negative energy and aggravation. It assists in manifesting your desires, and it represents universal love. That's a lot of stuff the Amazonite does. It's a pretty little stone too. So if that's speaking to you, maybe you want to get one of those and put it in your pocket. Okay. So this week, I am limiting my readings to 10 minutes, so I will start a timer here in a minute. But the question for the week is, or the message is, what you need to know right now. So I'm pulling the cards as we go through the reading. If you do like this style, please give it a thumbs up so I know I'm on the right track with these. Okay, so this has been going pretty well. The question of the week, or the reading for this week, is what you need to know right now. It is a weekly reading, and I am filming this April 18th through the 24th for that week. However, I make all my weekly readings timeless. So whenever you click on this reading is the right time for you. So it's what's coming up for you in the next week or the next 7 days. All right, I'm going to go ahead and start this timer, set it for 10 minutes, and we'll get started. All right, so I'm starting these readings with an Angels and Ancestors Oracle to see who's kind of sending these messages to us this week. You do have a spiritual team. I've talked about this before. I believe that everybody does. It includes the divine, source, divine pure white light, God, whatever you want to call it. But there are also angels and archangels that help us and guide us, and ancestors that go way back, that so far back that you probably don't even know they exist in your bloodline. And then passed on loved ones, people you have known in this life that are around you and try to help you and send you messages. So I'm just going to get a couple of Angel and Ancestors Oracles for pile 4 to see who's trying to speak to us and who's providing these messages for us this week for pile 4. Winter, take care of your needs. The wolf. Oh, wow, you get a lot of animals. Spirit Fox, trust your talents in changing times. Let's go one more. See if it's an animal. No. High Priestess, harness mystic power. Okay. That's pretty cool, you guys. All right. So the High Priestess is the divine feminine. So the message of the High Priestess is to focus on all that is positive. And you're using your intuition to bring those things into your world that cannot be seen yet, that cannot be seen in the physical world yet. But it is speaking to the other world through your intuition and using that intuition to help yourself and others in this life. So there's also, you got a message here of taking care of your needs this week. The winter time is kind of one of those times that we do that we kind of hibernate a little bit, and we make sure that, you know, we're taking care of ourselves, that we get the rest that we need. We're doing our meditation and our yoga, and wintertime is a really good time for self-care because it does kind of slow things down a little bit. And then the second animal you got, that's a wolf there, right? The second animal is a spirit fox. Trust your talents in changing times. So let's see if we can get a few more messages about this. What's happening? There's an element of using your intuition and trusting that all things are coming to you, that you're putting your desires out into the universe and that they're coming to you. You got the Three of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, the Prince of Pentacles. Nice. And the Ace of Swords. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is awesome. Okay, so what's coming in for you guys this week is a new beginning. It is a new beginning that comes from clarity. This is Excalibur, Sword and Stone, right, of author fame. There's a clarity in this beginning. It comes from finding your truth, from finding out what it is that you want, what it is that you need, and taking that sword of truth and using it to bring in to usher in a new beginning, which is, this is pretty cool. Got 2 cards of winter here. This is actually the winter solstice. This bear here, the Ace of Pentacles in this deck is talks about the winter solstice. Hibernation. 2, hibernate and take care of yourself, wintertime kind of thing. Okay, so you've done that. That's plainly obvious. What's happening now is a new beginning, and it's a new beginning in a new job. It's something material. It's maybe you're going to school, and because you're going to school, it will later make you more money. It's something about making money for yourself, for your family. You got the Prince of Pentacles here, which in the is a knight. Princes are in this deck would be considered a knight in the Rider-Waite deck, and knights are always bringing things in. This is bringing a pentacle in, both of these. So something is coming to you this week that you've been hoping for. You've put the desire out there into the universe and had that positive attitude about it happening for you. So it is coming into you. And I feel like it is a job because this card says trust your talents in changing times. And this Three of Swords is like some heartache, something not good, something that you've had to mourn over a little bit happening in the past position. Maybe you lost a job, maybe your particular field is gone, that kind of thing, and you had to reinvent yourself kind of thing. You took some time out to reinvent yourself. That's kind of what this is all about. Maybe you went back to school and you learned something new that would get you a good job. Whatever that is in the past. It's coming in this week. It's coming in a big way. It's a brand new beginning for you guys out of a little bit of adversity, but you have made it be so. You've maybe had to redirect and change courses for your career, but you've done it through trusting that you have talents that would transfer from this old career to this new career. And it has. It's paying off this week. Okay, so let's see what else. Anything else we'd like to say about this here for our pile fours? Got some time here. So you got the Seven of Swords, which is just like this, moving on to brighter days. Brighter days are ahead. Again, out of adversity, you've made some changes and things are looking up. You got the High Priestess twice. So there's been some intuition involved in this. There's been, maybe you've meditated on what it is that you wanted before you put your desire out into the universe, again, with that positivity, with that absolute belief that it could happen. For some of you, you might actually, okay, so the Divine Feminine also does talk about intuition and psychics and that kind of things. For some people, you're talking about spiritual gifts that are paying off in in a financial way. There's nothing wrong with getting money for your spiritual gifts. You don't want to take advantage of anybody ever in anything that you do, but there's nothing wrong with, it's an exchange, right? You're exchanging your energy for money. The King of Cups here is minor arcana for Cancer, but it is also an older gentleman who is good at relating. This can just mean that you are coming into your highest place of emotional fulfillment and relating, and this is kind of, sometimes women read as kings, by the way. It's just you are in the highest place for an emotional and emotional and relationship, in an emotional and relationship way. Okay, so Cancer might have something to do with your reading this week, because this is major arcana for Cancer. The Chariot card is moving forward, balancing opposing forces to move forward towards your goal. You're absolutely doing that. You're heeding the call. Again, this is almost a spiritual connotation. You have been called to do something, and you have taken up that mantle, and you are doing it. You rose to the occasion. You took up the mantle, and you did it, and you're moving forward. And this Nine of Pentacles just kind of goes along. This is like a promise for this new beginning that you've got going on here. It's going to be very lucrative. It's going to be, all these pentacles are good pentacles. It's like this is going to be a really, really good situation for you. That this financial situation that's happening this week, that's rising up and bringing a new beginning, in the end is going to be very lucrative. It's going to be wish fulfillment. It's going to give you everything that you want, everything that you've been asking for. That desire that you put out into the universe. It's all coming to you, and it starts this week. All right, so we're out of time. So for pile 4, I just want to get one final card from the Sacred Traveler. What final message do you have for pile 4s? What do they need to do, or what action do they need to take, if any? Sometimes you don't have to take any action at all. For pile 4s. View from above. Get the big picture. That's awesome. So this is not going to be a week to get bogged down in the details, is what this is saying. Look at the big picture. Life is changing. You've got a new beginning here. Trust that new beginning. It is taking you to where you want to go, for sure. Trust that you have everything that you need to make this new beginning work. It is definitely going to work. You do have to balance some opposing forces to make it all come together, but you are absolutely doing that. But it's a big picture week. It's not a week to get bogged down in details. And also, I'm getting a hot air balloon right here. I'm getting enjoy the ride. It's coming. Enjoy the ride. That's fantastic. Okay. That's all I have for pile 4s. Until next time, I'm sending you lots of light and love. Namaste. Welcome back, my friends. If you chose pile 5, these are going to be your messages for the week. I am filming this on April 19th through the 24th. However, this is a timeless reading, so whenever you click on this, this is the right reading for you. And so the question is, or the reading is about what you need to know right now. So it's going to be what you need to know for this week, the next 7 days from whenever you click on this reading. I am reading the messages of the stones that are on the piles this week because I chose them at random. I had my eyes closed, so I feel like there might be another message in there for you guys. And you chose pile 5 with the Arrowhead Obsidian. And so Obsidian helps you confront your shadow self. It shines a light on negativity and it clears it away. I like that. So if that is speaking to you, maybe you want to get an obsidian and put it in your pocket this week. Okay, I am timing these messages this week. 10 minutes. And I don't usually do that, but I'm trying to get more messages out this week and less detail. If you do like this format, please do give it a thumbs up. Lets me know this is something you'd like to see in the future. It does make the messages go really quickly. I don't feel like I've been too rushed on any of them, maybe a little bit, but not too bad. But it's been kind of fun. I like this format. I'll probably do it again. I change it all the time anyway because, you know, I get bored. So if you do like this format, please give it a thumbs up. That way I know you want to see more of this. All right, I'm going to go ahead and set the timer, and then we'll get started. So I'm starting by getting one card from the Angels, or some cards from the Angels and Ancestors Oracle to see who is giving us these messages this week. You do have a spirit team. A lot of people that are working for you and helping you out on the other side. Definitely consists of God, Source, the Divine, whatever you want to call that. Angels, archangels, ancestors that go way back, so far back you probably don't even know they exist in your lineage. It includes passed on loved ones, people you have known in this life that help you and guide you even now. So I'm just going to pull a few of these and see who's trying to send this message to us today. Got the High Priest. The Sage, be devoted and committed. And Direction Guardian, choose your path. Okay, the High Priest says initiate and create. So this is like the Hierophant in the Rider-Waite deck, this High Priest. It does talk about it does talk about conventional wisdom, I guess, but there's a masculine, this is kind of like the Magician too. It's kind of like intention. It's like putting your intention out there for what it is that you want in life, and keeping that positive anticipation that is coming in, whatever it is that you want. But this is a time for you guys to choose your path. Figure it out, what it is that you want, and put that desire out into the universe. That's what this is saying. So this Sage is almost like the Hermit card a little bit in the Rider-Waite Tarot, and it talks about being devoted and being committed to a community. That's what the Sage was. They were very wise people. They were leaders. They were spiritual leaders. High Priest is kind of a spiritual leader too. But the message is definitely about finding out what it is that you want to do and being committed to that, choosing your path and committing to that. That's what this message is all about for pile fives this week. Let's see what else we got. 8 of Cups. The 2 of Cups. The World. Nice. What else? Justice. Okay, for some of you guys, this is about being devoted and committed to a relationship. Some of you are actually starting a new relationship, or in the, I don't want to say starting a new relationship this week, but you are in the throes of a brand new relationship that has a lot of promise. And this is saying stay devoted and committed to that. Because here's the thing, the 8 of Cups is going out and pursuing that which you desire, that 9th cup. So in the past, you were involved in a situation that was good. 8 Cups is pretty good, but it wasn't the end-all, be-all. It wasn't everything that you wanted. It wasn't your heart's desire. So you have chosen your path because of this, because it was not your heart's desire. You chose your path, and you decided what it is that you wanted to do. You put that desire out into the universe, and it brought to you that which you wanted. The Justice card is just about that. It's just about getting what you deserve. It's about, in this reading, it's about getting what you deserve. It can be a card about literal justice, like the justice system, going to court over something. It can be a card of balance, like trying to balance the needs of two different people or something like that. But it's also a card of karmic justice. It's getting what you deserve. And I feel like that's what this is about in this particular reading. You got the Two of Cups here, which is, again, the beginning of a brand new relationship. And there's so much promise in this relationship. It's a beautiful beginning. You never know how these things are going to turn out. But this is a brand new beginning, and it brings you it brings with it a lot of possibility for a long and happy life together. Okay, so that's for some people. It really is about an actual relationship. So you went out to pursue, like you were in a relationship. It didn't have all of the elements that you wanted in a relationship, so you went out to pursue the real thing. And I don't feel like it's happening this week. I feel like it's already happened for a lot of you. And this reading is telling you, you deserve it. Take care of it. Be devoted and be committed to it. It is what you wanted, and it's right here. You have it right in front of you, so take care of it. The world is talking about an ending and a beginning at the same time. It's the 21 in the Major Arcana, so it's the last card in the Major Arcana deck of the tarot. So something has come to an end. There has been some completion, and there has been a new beginning. And again, I feel like for a lot of you, that's a new beginning in a relationship. Now, it can be a new beginning in an old relationship. I'm not really seeing that, but I am seeing that it is a new beginning in relationship, and you chose it. Now, for some people, that doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. It can be a partnership of some kind that can have to do with business or something. But it's whatever it is something that you desire, something that you've wanted to do for a very long time. What else you got about this for pile 5? Again, another card of taking your leave. Same as this, the Seven of Swords is literally a card of taking your leave. It's kind of a card of there's been some trickery or some deceit going on behind your back. You're leaving the situation, but you are taking some of the problems with you. This card of mourning also indicates that there was some bad situation back there that you were leaving. Both of those kind of indicate that. That the situation was not very good. You chose to leave it. Maybe a person, maybe a relationship, I don't know. But you did make the decision to leave it. The world turned forward. That ended that, completed that cycle. The world turned forward. You put your desire out there for what you really wanted in a relationship. And it did come to you. Got the Moon card, which is Major Arcana for Pisces. Again, talking about some deceit, some things going on beneath the surface that you do not know about. Having to move forward instinctually, but moving forward nonetheless. And the message of that card kind of is that you don't really know where you're going, and it's a little scary, but you will find when you wake up in the morning that you're in the right place. And that happens a lot with new relationships, by the way, that you have to use your instincts. You don't know whether, it's like I said, you don't know whether it's going to work out or not. But if you trust your instincts, be devoted and committed to it, move forward one step at a time, you'll wake up and you'll find you're exactly where you need to be. Last card you got here is the Queen of Cups. Could be that's Minor Arcana for Aquarius. Could be an Aquarius you're dealing with. Could be a woman that's just very practical and down to earth and grounded, stable. Temperance, more balance and stability. I feel like this, and again, you know, trying to balance it all, being committed to it, making it work out. Sagittarius energy. But the archangel, who is this? Is this Raphael? I don't know my archangels very well. But the archangel is coming in to bless this union, actually, and to tell you that you deserve it. You've, again, another card of balancing. So I think there is some balance way, this is what you want. You are in it. You're glad that it is here. It's kind of shaking your equilibrium a little bit, but you're in it. You're committed to it. You're devoted and committed to it. And this is saying that. Stay devoted and committed to it. It will work out. It is what you asked for. It is moving your life forward. It is what you wanted when you went out in search of that 9th cup. It's going to require some work. It's going to require blending a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Sometimes the Temperance talks about a relationship with people of 2 different races or 2 different ethnicities or 2 different religious backgrounds or opposites, some kind of opposites coming together, blending together to create something new. So when you went out looking for that 9th cup, I think this new relationship that has come into you is not necessarily what you thought it was going to look like. I think it looks a little bit different than you thought it was going to, but it has all the potential in the world to be a very fruitful and abundant relationship. It's just going to require some give and take. So our time's up, so I just need to get one final message for pile 5. One final message for pile 5. What does pile 5 need to do, or what action does pile 5 need to take? What does pile 5 need to do? Sometimes you don't need to do anything. You got uncovering treasure. Beneath the surface lies great bounty. Again, that tells me that this relationship doesn't necessarily look the way you thought it was going to look. When you were fantasizing about, when you said, okay, this relationship is not working, I need to leave this so that I can go find the relationship that is really for me. You've had this desire, you had this fantasy about what that relationship was going to look like. It came in a little differently than you thought it was going to. So that's why you're a little bit, it's like, oh, I don't know, but this is the card of just using your instincts. Just take it one step at a time and balance the opposing. They're not, just give and take more than balance. Like, it's going to require some give and take because you are not 100% alike, which is not always bad, right? Sometimes that's good. But I do feel like you drew this relationship to you for some reason, and I think it has all the potential in the world. It just is going to require some alchemy. There's a treasure in there. All right, so that's all I have for pile 5s. Until next time, I'm sending you lots of light and love. Namaste.